crowds took advantage of an unseasonably warm December day to enjoy the Christkindl Market in Daly Plaza. At various points during the day, lines get snaked all around the block. You don't even really need the hot mulled wine to warm you up because it was warm enough today. But it's not going to stay that way, says Rob, and he's here to tell us more.
Yeah,
about all that chilly weather coming.
There's a little bit of good news along with it as well. You know, temperatures are going to cool back down, but they're not terribly cold by Chicago standards for sure. So, you know, even though we've been a little spoiled by the 50s and 60s that we had this morning. Yeah, we're all going to change that up. We're going to change it up a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. I want to show you where we sit with the larger picture. This system that's moving across the East Coast is really going to cause some problems. It may even start to switch over to a little bit of snow as the cold air catches up to some of that rain. If you have plans to travel over the next day or two, especially on the East Coast, just be aware of that. We have the upper level part of the system that's still moving through. I'm actually going to move the map up because what I want to show you is this is the severe weather part of the system. We've been reporting on some of the tornadoes that have happened into parts of Tennessee and Mississippi. Still several tornado warnings that we're watching. And then a string of severe thunderstorm warnings. You know, this time of year, December is not typically severe weather season for us, but farther to the south, we do have a late season severe weather event that can kick in every now and then, especially farther to the south where the heat is a little bit more ample, unlike here. Remember, the 50s and 60s were here today, but it was much, much warmer farther to the south. We had a 61-degree reading earlier in Gary early this morning, and then the cooler air rushed in. We do have clouds in place, but as I mentioned, we also have a little bit of snow off to our north that probably will just bring us a chance for a few flurries. As far as temperatures go, this isn't bad. This is actually a little bit above the average for this time of year where we sit currently. And keep in mind, we've dropped a good bit from where we were earlier in the day. So 30s and 40s, the temperatures will continue to slide through the evening and overnight. I think we'll see the temperatures go down to around freezing by about midnight or so tonight, and the temperatures may continue to drop. But as the clouds filter back in, it's actually going to keep us from getting much colder than that. That will change, though, as we get into early next week. So we'll start out around 30 or so for the city, maybe into the 20s for all other locations. Notice that the clouds stay with us. Here's noon. The kickoff for the Bears. We do expect a few snow showers on the eastern rim of the lake, but I wouldn't rule out some snow flurries even across much of the city until we clear the clouds out later in the day and some drier air moves in. Once you remove the clouds, then the temperatures are going to be able to drop at night, and our overnight low temperatures are going to come down a bit as we look into the next part of the week. But a lot of sunshine, a lot of clear skies, temperatures colder, but certainly nothing we can't handle. Mid to upper 30s. That's not going to be too bad for most of this week. So overnight low temperatures tonight, 20s and 30s. Again, right around freezing for the city. Maybe a few locations that are a little bit warmer than that. And then looking to tomorrow, cloudy skies for much of the day. By midday, I think the temperatures will be into the mid 30s. Northwest winds will kick in. That's certainly going to make it feel so much colder. It will be a little bit gusty for the kickoff forecast. And get this, it's going to feel like it's into the 20s. I think that's going to be the thing you'll notice the most. Not necessarily that there may be a little flurry here and there. It's that by midday or so, you'll see 7 a.m. it may feel like teens and 20s, but by midday, it's going to feel like it's into the mid-20s and likely will stay that way through much of the entire day and get even colder as we look to early part of the week. But here's the good news. I mentioned that there was some good news. Look at all the sunshine that we're expecting for much of next week. This near 40-degree reading, that's not terrible for the middle part of December. And then heading into Thursday and Friday, the temperatures are expected to warm up. So getting through today and into tomorrow, it's a little bit of an unsettled part of the forecast. But after that, this looks pretty good. I don't mind the cold so much if the sunshine is there. And with clear skies, our overnight low temperatures will be able to dip a bit as well. 23 for early Wednesday morning. The overnight low temperatures do warm up a bit as we head closer to the weekend, and the clouds return and a rain chance returns as well. Dave?
All right, Rob, thanks.